When the American President Donald Trump was weighing his options for Iran, his administration was pretty confident that waging a war would only have a short-term impact on the global energy supplies. That was the assessment. Now, Trump's Energy Secretary Chris Wright even pointed out that last year's 12-day war in June, saying that oil prices had barely shown a blip, but then they eventually came down. Now, even the White House press secretary had given assurances that Operation Epic Fury will ultimately lead to a drop in oil and gas prices, especially for the Americans. Listen.
Once the national security objectives of Operation Epic Fury are fully achieved, Americans will see oil and gas prices drop rapidly, potentially even lower than they were prior to the start of the operation.
However, what was not anticipated is the extent of Iran's retaliation on the American bases in the Gulf and also the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical waterways that was responsible for at least about 20% of the global oil supplies. Now, Trump says that the U.S. has dismantled the mines in the strait, which posed a massive threat to shipping routes. However, when he was asked for his end goal and when it came to the waterways, he did not have a clear answer. Listen in.
From the Straits, but hey, look, we have a good relationship with China. It's my honor to do it.
Now, the extent of the Iranian strikes are shaking the supply chain. Since the war began, the price of Brent crude, the international standard, has jumped by 15% to about $84 per barrel in the first week of March. This has been the highest level observed since July 2024. The war is now in its second week, and the prices have spiked even further to about $100 per barrel. The surge has already created panic in the Asian markets. The G7 nations are ready to tap into their oil reserves. The impact is deep, so much so that the US is fine with a 30-day window for India to purchase oil from Russia. The Democrats are now accusing the Trump administration for not having a backup plan. After Trump said that he wants the Strait of Hormuz to remain open, the Democrat Senator Christopher Murphy has said that the administration had no plan for the Strait of Hormuz and did not know how to get it safely back open again. While the United States was hoping for a change in the Iranian leadership after the assassination of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Trump himself has expressed disappointment after Khamenei was replaced by his son Mujtaba Khamenei, and the appointment has in fact dimmed the prospects of any regime change in the manner that Donald Trump wanted. Now, hours after Iran said that it has now shifted its military strategy from being retaliatory to continuous strikes across the region, the American President Donald Trump, in an interview to Axios, said that the war is coming to an end very soon, citing that there is nothing left to target in Iran. However, the US's ally Israel says that Iran campaign will continue without any time limits for the Israelis.